Hello, fellow history buffs. We're diving into a fascinating chapter of American history, exploring the infamous old Joliet prison, nestled along the banks of the Illinois River in Joliet. This prison has a rich and often dark past. Built in 1825, Old Joliet Prison was one of the first stone buildings west of the Allegheny Mountains. Its imposing architecture and intimidating design were intended to instill fear in those who entered its walls. The main building was a 5-story structure with individual cell blocks radiating outward from the core. Notable aspects of Joliet Prison is its use for segregation purposes. The SEG units were areas for housing inmates who were considered hard to manage or dangerous. This isolation was often used as punishment or to suppress rowdy behavior within the prison walls. Visitors can step into the shoes of these infamous prisoners and explore the cell blocks that once held them captive. The prison is probably best known today for its most popular, albeit fictional inmate, Joliet Jake Blues from the 1980 film The Blues Brothers. Since then, the prison has made a number of appearances in films and television, including as the character of Fox River State Penitentiary in the critically acclaimed Fox series Prison Break, and in smaller scenes in Derailed, Let's Go to Prison, and recently Empire. The 1926 construction of Stateville Penitentiary, just a few miles north of Old Joliet Prison in what is now Crest Hill, was intended to close the prison. But Old Joliet Prison continued to house offenders until 2002, when it was closed by Governor George Ryan as a budgetary measure. Upon closing, the prison sat abandoned. In addition to normal deterioration that plagues empty buildings, it was subject to rampant vandalism, including arson. Continued vandalism and destruction of the site led Joliet Mayor Bob Whitaker to personally petition the state government to allow the city of Joliet to take control of the property in December of 2017. looked to the Joliet Joliet area historical museum to take a leadership role in saving and preserving the site. Museum and community stakeholders formed a public-private partnership entity, the Old Joliet Prison Preservation Coalition. The organization's goals of stabilizing the buildings and opening the site to the public have been met with an enthusiastic response. Joliet Prison has seen some famous inmates. Leopold and Lowe, Richard Speck, James Earl Ray, and Babyface Nelson all spent time in the prison. In 1896, a separate 100-cell block Joliet Women's Prison was built across the street from the male penitentiary. In design, it was an exact mini replica of the male prison. In 1933, all female prisoners were moved to the Oakdale Women's Reformatory. Old Joliet Prison now takes its rightful place as an authentic, unique asset which is linked to the history of Joliet. It continues to draw interest from visitors all around the world.